Welcome to another Croc video with Temple, and this is going to be a different sort of video. So essentially, um, there's 5 common mistakes that I see almost 95% of Dino players on Evrima make, and I'm by far like not the #1 player, but I would say that I'm a pretty good Croc. A lot of time into it, a lot of time perfecting what I do, and I'm still not perfect. There's like a whole journey. I'm never going to be at the end. So #1 is Dinos do not land travel. They don't land travel. They just don't, and I have no idea why. I don't know why they're afraid to about water management. It's all about like failing. Really, that's your best teacher is failure. You're not gonna get the right routes right away. You're just not. That's earned through knowledge, and knowledge you have to fail. There's no amount of looking this stuff up because, yeah, you could do it that way, but I didn't look any of this stuff. I just learned, so I got really good at it. I don't have to use the map anymore, really. Not really. I mean, occasionally I put it up, make sure I'm going the right way, but for the most part, I know which way to go. My compass in my head, I know where I'm at. And that's just time, right? That's the only way you're gonna get that is time. The second most common thing is, well, Crocs just don't look down. They don't use the bottom of the riverbed like an actual Croc does. They just swim on the surface. That's fine. That's fine. Some players play like that, but it's really not. If you want to live and actually thrive as a solo crocodile, riverbed and logs are your best friend. It allows you to scope out sizes, saying, how can I approach this? If I see something of similar size, this could be a tough fight. I mean, it's always going to be a tough fight. When you're an adult, you see another adult, it really is about the ambush. It really is about the ambush. That is the name of the game. The ambush. 3, don't trust other Crocs. Just don't. Unless you're in a party with them, unless you know them personally, unless you're friends. Don't trust them. I see them doing this all the time and the people complaining. And as a juvie, I'm going to put up a video of routes to take, so that if you're getting spawn camped, if there is spawn campers, there's routes you can take. Almost immediately, actually. Effective immediately. It may require some travel, but with all of that said and done, I would rather travel a little bit than spend the foreseeable future being farmed over and over. Just me. And most people are like, what are you doing? You're crazy. Look at that steep hill, you could die. Yeah, I could die. Right, I could slip off this thing and fall all the way down, and that's all she wrote, right? That is all she wrote. But again, failure is the best teacher. This may not be a good idea, but we're going to go for it anyway, because failure is the best teacher. Look at that, it worked out. Sometimes you have to take risks. Most Crocs don't take risks. And yes, it's a big grow. Yes, I'm at a huge time frame right now with my grow. Huge. And yet I'm 4-wheeling with a Croc. What else that? Well, I do. It's what makes me different than most crocs. Another thing, don't be afraid of those guys. Really, don't be afraid of them. Because don't be afraid of getting on land fights. Don't be afraid. The only thing that you should be afraid of is a stego right now at this point. Only thing I'm afraid of. Because, well, stegos are broken. Regardless what you want to say about that, they are broken. Crocs should be stronger than they are, but they're not. And because we don't deal the damage and have the health pools we should, and because they can, their stamina doesn't drain as fast as they should, and just how stego players are, that's where failure is your best teacher. You got to find the correct routes, and you just don't want to run into a stego. And if you do, you better hope that it's a friendly one because your butt is toast. Finally, don't be afraid to get into combat. You may die, you may live, but hesitation is a bigger killer than actually fighting. It really is. If you hesitate, you're gonna die. And sometimes you don't want to wait until they make the first move. Like right now, most crocs swim up here, or surface swim. I don't do that. I'm constantly looking around me. Constantly. And when I come across another croc, head on, I don't wait for him to bite me. I get a head bite first, then I bite again, then I bite again, and then I turn around and start chasing him. I don't wait. I'm very aggressive as a croc. And that's probably my final advice. Hesitation kills. It's a killer. That'll kill you quicker than a tag team. And honestly, some battles are not winnable. Such as the legendary Cannibal 1v2s. There is no cookie-cut formula to winning a 1v2. There's not. It doesn't exist. Because each fight is different. How they fight, whatever. Your goal in that is ultimately trade. They may end up killing you, but if you get good enough, you can get good enough to the point where you can kill the one and do enough damage that the other one knows he's going to lose. And he's going to do the one thing that all crocs do the most, is try to get on the land, try to face tank. Don't fall for that. Stay in the water. Fight in the water. Most crocs can't fight. They go to land to face tank. I know this is like 6th or 7th advice. I'm just going to call it 7 tips. 7 general tips for healthy and a successful croc. I will be putting up kind of like routes to take for like directions, possible ambush spots. And again, look what you're saying. Most people don't utilize these things. Look, like all they can see is like, no, they can't. Most crocs again don't look down. And of course, the more I put this video out, the harder it gets. I want it to get harder. I want there to become better crocs. I want the combat to get better, because if everybody's getting better, that means the people who are in double teams eventually are gonna, they'll learn the tricks, and of course, then it gets even more, and it gets. All I'm saying is, if you're a casual player, don't play croc. It is very, very, very unforgiving. I help the juvies. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I'm stuck growing, and I'll make a croc to fight adult crocs that come in the juvie spawn on purpose. But I grow several crocs. If I log out right now, I have. This will be my 4th croc that's adult. I've gotten really good about growing crocs solo. Sometimes I die. So there's Today was a really rough grow, man. I spawned on the ground 4 times. It was just a terrible, terrible grow. But unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes with a game that's in development. But anyways, this will be adieu, and thank you all for watching, and have a God bless day.